Show 20, as today we open up the NLCS here as our Pirates coming off a nice sweep in the NLDS over the San Diego Padres. And now we just have to beat the Arizona Diamondbacks here in this best-of-7 series. And if we win this best-of-7, we're going on to a World Series, which is going to be really awesome if we do end up making it. So in the first round of the NLDS, we took on the wildcard winning Padres and obviously swept them. All three games were very close. We won them by scores of 6-5, 2-1, and then in the last episode, in the deciding Game 3, we ended up winning 7-5. The Padres had control for most of the game, but we put up 4 runs in the 8th inning to get the win. Both lineups weren't great, but both lineups were fairly good, I would say, in this baseball game. We had Joe Musgrove on the mound. He was not great. 5 innings, he allowed 5 runs. But the bullpen absolutely shut the door. Waddle, Rodriguez, Presley, and Giles. 4 innings, 1 for each. They allowed 2 combined base runners. Giles allowed a hit. Rodriguez allowed a walk, and that's it. They didn't allow any other runners on base, which is incredible. The bullpen really won us the game. And then from Padres, Adrian Morejon pitched a solid 7 innings. Kirby Yates came into the 8th inning. He allowed the 2-run shot. He got hurt. Then Matt Strahm allowed the 2-run shot. Yeah. Here's a quick look at the stats for the postseason. The guys who are playing well, I would say, are Dylan Carlson, who has been an average machine. Brian Reynolds has hit the ball well. He had the walk-off in Game 1. I think Ono Cruz has been our most clutch hitter. He's done phenomenal with runners on base. And then the guys who have been disappointing, Josh Bell's been a massive disappointment. He only has 2 hits this postseason. Both times he got a hit, he was eventually tagged out later in the inning for bad base running. So, rough start to say the least for Josh Bell. The pitching has been fine. Julio Urias is doing well. Tyon and Musgrove not as much. But the bullpen we know has been inconsistent all year. The bullpen has not allowed a single run yet. That's incredible considering how up and down it was all year. So, really good to see the bullpen starting off well. If you look at this Diamondback squad, very, very well-rounded squad. They have Ronald Sunwell hitting leadoff. I was kind of curious about this guy because I don't know who this is. He is a 30-year-old rookie who's played in 13 regular season games. And you got to lead off. Okay, suit yourselves. But there are a lot of talented players on this team. David Peralta, we know very well on this channel. He was very good in our Diamondbacks franchise last year. There's Ketel Marte. Ketel Marte is a free agent at the end of this season. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't considering signing him. Their star is Mookie Betts, and going back to the topic of my MLB The Show franchise last year on the channel, it was with the Diamondbacks. We signed Mookie Betts, and we won a ring year 3. So the Diamondbacks are trying to replicate that here with this team. However, the rest of the lineup is exactly different. David Peralta is like the only core player from that series who is in this lineup with Mookie Betts. So this roster is very, very different, and I would say it's probably better if we're being honest, or at least it's more deep. Got guys like Josh Fuentes. Carson Kelly is actually really good. And then the pitching rotation is phenomenal. Zach Gallen is the ace. He is very solid. You also got Luke Weaver, who's a great pitcher. Robbie Ray can strike out double-digit batters any given night. We got Madison Bumgarner, who is a phenomenal pitcher, can also hit the ball. They also have Corey Kluber, by the way, who's hurt. So if this team had Corey Kluber healthy, they'd be even more dangerous. But bullpen, however, is their weakness. They got a 60 in here, a 59, a 73. But bullpen is definitely their weak spot. And Andrew Chafin's really bad at MLB The Show Sim. So it's Archie Bradley pretty much and the long reliever. So if the Pirates are going to win this series, it's going to be because they hit the ball well against the Diamondbacks bullpen. So here we go. NLCS. Who knows the last time the Pirates were in the NLCS, by the way. If you leave the answer down in the comments, you get a free cookie, because I do not know the answer. But they take on the Diamondbacks here. These are the 2 best teams in the National League this season. The Pirates were certainly better, 102-60. But the Diamondbacks really have played well down the stretch and are a very talented roster. As we look at both lineups in this game, 1-9, regular starters, regular lineups for the most part for both teams. Pirates changing around the lineup card a little bit, but for the most part, that is what the lineup is going to look like. On the mound for Pittsburgh is Jordan Yamamoto, who had a very solid year, 14-7, 3.5 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, pretty much a strikeout an inning. For a number 4 pitcher, that's a really solid stat line, so I think the Pirates are very happy with how Jordan Yamamoto played this season. Here's Ronald Samuel, his first at-bat of the game. Going to be a strikeout on the high cutter. David Peralta now 2-2 pitch. He's going to go down swinging on the four-seam fastball. As we go to the bottom of the first, Zach Gallen gets the start in this one for the D-backs. Pitched a solid first postseason game, and he did this against us earlier in the season. The pitcher, Zach Gallen's up. Okay, pitcher's up, no big deal. The error might not come back to haunt the Pirates. Wrong! Gallen gets it over the fence for a home run, and the Diamondbacks will make it 7-1. Good thing that game didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Here's Josh Bell, full count pitch, going to swing late at the fastball right down Main Street. Good start for both pitchers as we advance to the second. Here's the Mookie Betts, going down on the inside slider. A lot of strikeouts so far in this game. Here is Josh Fuentes now, full count pitch, and he's going to ground that one to Escobar, who botches it. The throw to first is not in time, and they say Fuentes is safe. However, Pirates manager Ira Pack disagrees. He will call for the challenge, and this play is now under review. And right here, Benny Lang is the ball before Fuentes' foot touches the bag, and the officials would agree, and Fuentes is out. The call is reversed. Nice call from manager Pack. Bottom two, O'Neal Cruz. He gets that one into left, and that one is going to be caught. What a catch out and left by David Peralta. The old man still got it. Excellent defensive play. Not a lot of hitting so far through 2 innings, but a very nice catch from Peralta, showing off the glove work as we go to the third. Carson Kelly up at the plate. That ball is crushed into left. No doubter over the fence, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are on the board first as Carson Kelly with his first home run of the postseason, and the D-backs will be the first ones on the board here in the NLCS. Now the Pirates have a Bo Bichette up, 1-1 pitch. That one into right, and Mookie Betts this time with the diving catch. These Diamondback outfielders are a circus because they are making acrobatic plays. What a catch from Mookie Betts. That would have probably dropped there, too. That would have been a base hit had it not been for the catch. Let's move to the fourth inning now. Ketel Marte rips a single into right. Josh Bell makes the play, and with 1 out, the Diamondbacks got themselves a runner on. Maybe they can extend their lead a little bit. Here's Mookie Betts now, grounds that one right to O'Neal Cruz. 6-4-3 double play. The Pirates infield has more chemistry than a science project. We now go bottom 4. Brian Reynolds up at the plate. It's that one into left, and this time Peralta does not get the sick diving catch. Instead, it's a single, ending the perfect game from Zach Gallen, which lasted 3 innings. Dylan Carlson now up at the plate. That one grounded right to first. Crone flips it to Domingo Leyba, who gets it to Gallen for the double play. So the Reynolds base hit means virtually nothing. Josh Bell now up at the plate, full count pitch for him, as he's going to draw a walk. So now the Pirates got themselves another runner on base for Benny Lang, who had a really good NLDS. He only started 1 game, but he did perform very well, and he crushes this one. Deep into center, back at the track, at the wall, and it's caught. Not quite deep enough. Ketel Marte hauls it in, and the score remains 1-0 as we go to the 5th. Josh Fuentes leading things off. Going to look at the outside slider for a walk. Arizona has themselves a runner on with no outs. That'll bring up Kevin Crone, who strikes out. Nice pitch from Jordan Yamamoto, who is pitching phenomenally in this ball game. Carson Kelly now up. He hit the home run earlier, and he's going to ground into the 3-6-3 double play. Benny Lang throws it to second before getting it back to first, but it all works out as the Pirates turn 2. Bottom 5 now. O'Neal Cruz, he's shopping gap. Places this one perfectly into left center field. Going to drop for extras. Cruz rounding second, headed to third. And the Pirates got themselves a 1-out triple and now have a runner 90 feet away from home. All they really got to do here is put the bat to the ball here, just have contact, and he should be fine or not. Francisco Mejia ends up striking out. So now there's 2 away, and now Bo Bichette needs a base hit to possibly drive in a run. Not going to happen. Bichette strikes out, ending the inning. Score remains 1-0. Zach Gallen pitching an absolute gem right now, but at least he hasn't gone deep. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning now, as that one would be hit into left. Nice catch by Carlson, and we are now 5.5 innings through. Score still is 1-0. Speaking of Dylan Carlson, he's going to be up here in the bottom of the 6th. That ball is hit deep. In the right field, is at the distance? No. Caught by Mookie Betts. Score is still 1-0 as we now advance to the 7th, where things could get fishy. Ketel Marte grounds that one. Should have been an easy out, but Bo Bichette trips on the dirt, and instead of a routine ground out, it's a double for Ketel Marte because he's awfully fast. Now Mookie Betts is up at the plate, full count pitch. He draws a walk. Arizona has 2 runners on base and a runner gone. So this is a big opportunity here for Josh Fuentes, and he looks like he's going to capitalize deep into right center, and this ball is out of here. 3-run shot for Josh Fuentes, and it's now 4-0. To be fair, even if the error didn't happen, Fuentes still goes deep there, but instead of 4-0, it's only 3-0. So still a costly play from Bichette, but it's not like the home run doesn't happen if he doesn't trip. There is Kevin Cron striking out. 2 gone now for Carson Kelly as Jordan Yamamoto tries to end his day, and he does. Yamamoto pitched really well in this game. 7 innings. He does allow 4 runs, but he looked really good through 6. On to the bottom of the 7th now. Time for Pittsburgh to start a rally. Josh Bell going to open things up with a single. So Pittsburgh has themselves a runner on base here and nobody out. This is an opportunity to make this game a little bit closer. 1 gone now for Eduardo Escobar. He will strike out on the outside pitch, and you can forget about the run in that inning. The Fresh Prince of Pittsburgh, Will Smith, is now into the game for the Pirates. First batter of the inning, Domingo Leyba, will get that one into left field, and that one will barely go over the fence for a home run. The first run that the Pirates bullpen has allowed this postseason. This is now 5-0. There's David Peralta, however, striking out, but still a productive inning with a home run from Leyba. Bottom of the 8th now, score is now 5-0 as Francisco Mejia will strike out. Bo Bichette now up at the plate. He is yet to reach base in the postseason, but that will change as Bo Bichette's dreadful playoff run will, I'm not going to say end, but that's promising. Pinch hitter Mark Canha now up. He draws a walk on the high and outside cutter. So that'll put 2 runners on and 1 out. And this is a prime opportunity for Pittsburgh where they would not capitalize at all. I wish I had showed the final outs, but I guess not. Michael Givens now in here for the top of the 9th for the Pirates. Just trying to pad the bleeding. Keep this score 5-0 as Ketel Marte will strike out. 2 gone now for Josh Fuentes. 1-2 pitch. He's going to go down on the slider end of the inning. So the score remains 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th, and the D-backs try to finish it. Archie Bradley now, and he's the main closer. This is not a save opportunity, though. So I'm kind of surprised he has entered the game, but okay. He's pitched 3 innings. Is not a lot of run yet, and he's gotten 3 saves. Won't get a save today, obviously, as Benny Lynn going to rip a single into right. So the Pirates got a runner on. Maybe they can start a rally. Eduardo Escobar now up. That ball is hit deep into right, and it goes off the wall. Lane and Escobar both hesitated, but that'll be a double. Lane advances to 3rd, and now there are 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. That brings up O'Neal Cruz, who's been dominant with runners on base in the postseason, and that won't change with this at-bat. Cruz is shopping gap. He's going to drive in a pair of runs. And the Pirates will make this game a little bit closer as it's now 5-2. O'Neal Cruz almost out at 2nd. But nonetheless, a big double for Cruz, and the Pirates don't believe they're out of this game yet. Andrew Chafin is now in for the Diamondbacks as he tries to finish out this game. First postseason appearance for Chafin. 2 gone for Bo Bichette. That one's going to be a single into center, and the Pirates will keep it alive. Cruz will score, and the Pirates are now only down by 2. The tying run is up at the plate. That'll bring up the pinch hitter spot, so the Pirates are going to bring up Mitch Haniger. 1-1 count. Hits that one high, but he doesn't hit it deep. Into right center, and it's caught by Mookie Betts. And the Arizona Diamondbacks will take Game 1 of the NLCS by the final score of 5-3. So the Pirates' win streak will come to an end. perfect playoff chances are no more. But Diamondbacks could still theoretically go perfect. Remember, they did sweep their first-round opponent, the Washington Nationals. Zach Gallen gets the win. He did not allow a run in this game. Jordan Yamamoto gets the loss. I still think he pitched fairly well. Arizona only got 5 hits. We got 8, and I think the Pirates hit for solid contact. They just couldn't score runs, really. Diamondbacks only 5 hits, which I think just goes to show how well Yamamoto played. He didn't allow base runners. It's just that he got unlucky in the 7th inning. Maybe the Pirates kept him in a little bit too long in this one. No home runs for Pittsburgh, double for Escobar and Cruz, triple for Cruz, and then runs batted in for Bichette and O'Neill Cruz, who got 2. The bullpen was decent. Will Smith did allow a run. So now on to Game 2, still at PNC Park. But the Pirates know their backs aren't quite against the wall. But this is a very important game because if the Pirates go down 2-0, not only are the Diamondbacks going to have the momentum, but the Pirates are going to have to win 2 of 3 in Arizona to just keep the series alive. The next 3 games, if there is a Game 5, the next 3 games would be at Arizona. So certainly something to watch out for. Yandi Diaz is getting the start at second. No Bo Bichette because he has just been playing too poorly in the postseason. So Diaz will get the start instead here for the Pirates. On the mound for Pittsburgh is the young righty Mitch Keller, who had a breakout season. Sub-3 ERA, has become one of the better strikeout pitchers in the National League. This is a guy who earlier in his career kind of looked like a bust, but he really proved to the Pirates this season that he deserved to be recognized as a top prospect and had an all-star caliber season. Here's Ronald Samuel. He's just a widow shopper. Say with me, kids, because he's just looking. David Peralta now up at the plate. 1-1 pitch. That one is hit nicely into center for a single. The one weakness with Mitch Keller is that he does allow too many base runners at times, and that can become a problem. But it doesn't look like it's going to come back to bite him in this inning as he strikes out Mookie Betts, ending the top of the first. Luke Weaver gets to start for Arizona. He was part of the big Paul Goldschmidt trade a few years ago, which is a win-win for both teams. Luke Weaver and Carson Kelly have developed very nicely for the Cardinals. And obviously, Paul Goldschmidt is one of the best in the business. He's been great for the Cardinals. Here is Dylan Carlson, who had a quiet Game 1 of the NLCS for Pittsburgh. He opens up the inning with a single. Carlson, another former St. Louis Cardinal, by the way, was traded a few years ago. Here's the following batter now. This is the Josh Bell we all know and love, mashing bombs into right. His first playoff home run of his career. A 2-run shot, and the Pirates will take a 2-0 lead. Bell hit 49 home runs of a regular season, which led the majors. It led the NL. It did not lead the majors. J.D. Martinez did that. But he led the National League in dingers. On to the second. Josh Fuentes draws a no-out walk. 1 out now for Carson Kelly as we got a runner going. Excellent timing from Francisco Mejia, but Fuentes was able to get to the bag quick enough. So now there's a runner on second for Kelly. He goes down looking on the outside fastball. Nice pitch from Keller. There's a quick look at the playoff bracket. The Indians won Game 1 of the ALCS over Boston. Domingo Nuleba now up at the plate here. That one is hit nicely into right. Josh Bell chasing after it. He makes the catch, ending the inning. And the Diamondbacks are unable to drive any runs across. Bottom 2. Here's Yandi Diaz. His first postseason at bat, by the way. He goes down on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Third inning now. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel for the most part, as Luke Weaver starting to play better after the Bell home run. Here's a nice hit for the Diamondbacks, and it's going to be a double because Josh Bell showing off some extracurricular activity after the play. Looking like a drama queen out there. Ketel Marte now up at the plate, going to ground that one to Yandi Diaz. So the double won't really matter. The inning is over, still 2-0. Bottom 3 now. Brian Reynolds up at the plate. He hits that one nicely into left, and it will drop for a hit. He fought about 2, but is going to get back to first in the nick of time. So Pittsburgh has themselves a runner on base and 1 out. That'll bring up Dylan Carlson, who scored in his first at-bat. He's going to get hit on the kneecap. Ouch. That's got to hurt. So now there's a pair of runners on for Josh Bell, and he will strike out. There's either 3 things within a Josh Bell at-bat: a strikeout, a double play, or a home run. It's always one of those 3. Benny Lane now up 2-1 count. Weekly hits this one. Peralta chasing after it, and he will make the catch. So the Pirates are unable to score either runner, and the score will remain 2-0 as we go to the 4th. Now on to the 5th, actually, after an uneventful 4th inning. Carlson Kelly going to hit a single into center. So with nobody out, the Diamondbacks got themselves another base runner. Mitch Keller is pitching an absolute gem right now. A few batters later, that would be a grounder from Ronald Manuel, and Oneil Cruz will tag second, ending the inning. 5 scoreless innings for Mitch Keller. Let's move to the 6th. Ketel Marte hits that one deep into left center, and it will drop, likely for extra bases. Marte has some wheels on the base pass, and that'll be a double. So Arizona has themselves a runner in scoring position with 1 out. 2 gone now for Josh Fuentes. He strikes out on a 4-seam fastball. Mitch Keller is continuing to make these Diamondback hitters look like middle schoolers. Bottom of the inning now, Merrill Kelly is in for the Diamondbacks. Luke Weaver did pitch fairly well for the most part. Other than the Josh Bell home run of the first inning, he didn't allow a single run. Speaking of Bell, hits this one nicely in the right for a hit. He was thinking about 2, but Mookie Betts got to it quick enough, and he's going to retreat back to first. So Pittsburgh has themselves a runner on base, going to try to score their first runs since the very first inning. Benny Lane now up, grounds that one right to second, 4-6-3 double play. The D-backs will turn 2. Nice play right there as the following batter, Oneil Cruz, comes up to the dish, 2-1 pitch, and he's going to rip that one into center, and it will indeed drop for a base hit. So once again, another runner on base for Pittsburgh, another opportunity to drive in some more runs. Is Yandi Diaz up at the plate? He hasn't played that much better than when Bo Bichette was starting at second, as Diaz flies out to center, caught by Ketel Marte, and the Pirates are awfully lucky they had that home run from Bell. Otherwise, this game would be tied up at 0. On to the 7th, Carlson Kelly going to go down to the low and outside changeup. Nice pitch from Mitch as Domingo Leyva now at the plate, going to try to keep the inning alive, and he is going to be successful in doing so. Strange animation by Brian Reynolds, but that's what you get. Good thing it's not EA Sports making this game right. Pinch hitter Josh Rojas now up, going to ground that one to Oneil Cruz to end the inning. Mitch Keller, 7 scoreless innings so far. He is still looking really good out there. Kevin Ginkel now in for the Diamondbacks. That's a fun name. Not a fun player, though, if you're a Diamondback fan, because those numbers, eek. They are not pretty. As Francisco Mejia is up, he perfectly beats the shift. Normally that's a single, but because of the shift, that's going to be an extra base hit. And with a runner out, Mejia now on second and has an opportunity to potentially score. 2 gone now for Brian Reynolds. Hits that one into shallow right. Doesn't even reach right field as it's caught by Samuel. End of the inning, and we go to the 8th. Keller still in the game, by the way. Ketel Marte. He's going to hit that one to center, caught by Reynolds. 8 innings through. Score is still 2-0. You got to assume that the Pirates got Giles warming up in the bullpen, ready to go. Andrew Chafin is now in for the D-backs. He finished off Game 1 of the NLCS, and he did end up getting the save in doing so. He's going to try to once again have a successful outing and keep it a 2-score game. And Carlson going to open things up with a single, so the Pirates got themselves a runner on. Josh Bell now up. He rips a single. Carlson was already headed for second to begin with. So now there's 2 runners on, no outs. This is an opportunity for the Pirates to pad their lead, or not. Yandi Diaz, weak ground out. Nice play by Chafin to end the inning. And now we go to the 9th inning where the Pirates try to close this game out. Mitch Keller will stay in the ball game, by the way. 1-2 pitch for Betts. He's going to swing and miss at the high fastball. 1 out, 2 more away to finish this one off. Josh Fuentes now up, full count pitch. And that would have been a ball, by the way, low fastball. Instead, he hits it to left. Carlson makes the play, and Arizona's down to their final out. Final strike now. Kevin Cron, 1-2 pitch. He goes down on the slider. And the Pirates get the win by a score of 2-0. A very low-scoring game. The only runs came in the first inning in the 2-run home run by Josh Bell. Mitch Keller with a complete game shutout in his first postseason start. For a first playoff game, this is how you start off with a bang. Neither offense was great. The Pirates actually hit the ball fairly well. They just did not do well with runners on base, at all in this game. Arizona only with 5 hits. Mitch Keller was cooking. Luke Weaver played well. The bullpen played well. It's just that the bats couldn't get going. Josh Bell, actually, he went 3 for 4 in this game. He actually finally played well. Maybe this is the playoff breakthrough that he needed. Keller's final stat line: complete 9 innings, 5 hits allowed, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and obviously, no runs. So that'll do it here for the episode. The NLCS will start with a 1-1 split. Next episode will be games 3 and 4 in Arizona. We'll see if somebody will take momentum or if the series will continue to be deadlocked. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new. Don't be afraid to hit that post notification bell as well. And as always, have a good one. Peace.